little farther.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Jerry M. Wallace School of Osteopathic Medicine Class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. Please stand as the University Mace enters the stadium.
Good morning. Please, everyone, be seated. Well, good morning and welcome. It feels like a fall day out here, doesn't it? It's kind of befitting for a football stadium graduation, I guess. So my name is Jim Powers. I am the Associate Dean for Clinical Integration here at QSOM. And on behalf of the staff, the faculty at Campbell University, Jerry M. Wallace School of Osteopathic Medicine, it's truly my pleasure to welcome you all to Barker Lane Stadium in our 2021 graduation ceremony. And while our faculty and staff couldn't be here in the stadium today, they are definitely here in spirit. And I know they're cheering you on as they watch this on the live stream broadcast. And you probably have lots of friends and family watching as well. So why don't you all turn in your chairs real quick and wave to the camera so they can all see you real quick. There you go. All right. Well, I want to thank all of you for being here with us and celebrating this special day. I also want to welcome and thank all the members of our platform party and extend a special thank you to Mr. Ben Thompson, Dr. Creed, Dr. Hammond, and Dr. Wallace for their enduring support of QSOM, our faculty, staff, students, and our mission. So graduates, how you feeling? Excellent. Are you anxious, excited, all of the above? Yeah, all of the above. Okay, fair enough. So since we're all friends here, I think, I have to admit, for someone who gets really anxious about speaking in front of large groups, the only thing worse than being asked to speak at graduation is being asked to speak at graduation in a football stadium where you're projected on a jumbotron and you get to hear your voice echoing the whole time. So bear with me, please. So DO graduates, I'm sure you remember this. I'm certain of it. The last time we were together, I think, all of us, or those of you who attended, was on Thursday, February 28th, 2019. It was the second to last lecture of a very long, challenging Block 7. It was on abdominal trauma. And you all were just a few months away from taking a very challenging, stressful board exam. I have to say, for some reason, today you look more relaxed. I see more smiles. That's a good thing. You've come a long way. So together, we gather today to recognize and celebrate our class of 2021 graduates from our Masters of Science in Biomedical Science program and our Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine program. That's you all. We are so proud of each of you, of the amazing things you have accomplished. Your hard work, persistence, and I said I would never use this word again after this year, but resilience. Most importantly, we are proud of you for who you are, as caring, compassionate people with a genuine heart for serving others. Not only have you all completed incredibly rigorous academic programs, you have done so in an ongoing SARS-CoV-2 pandemic, the greatest public health emergency we have seen in over a century. And in the face of this adversity, you stepped up. You overcame so many challenges. You conquered fears, and you continued to touch the life of so many. And you grew in ways you never imagined. And you discovered strength and confidence you may not have recognized before. I have no doubt you all can face any challenge that comes your way. As we celebrate this special accomplishment with you, we join you in eager anticipation of the amazing journey that lies ahead of you and all your future success. And today, we also take this special opportunity to remember, to reflect, and to give thanks. As we do so, we would like to take a moment to remember someone incredibly special to the class of 2021 and everyone here in the QSOM family, Mrs. Rachel Helen Silver. Rachel blessed us all when she matriculated to QSOM in July 2017 as a member of the class of 2021. Tragically, Rachel lost her life in a car accident in July 2018, the summer after her first year of medical school. Today, we honor Rachel's memory and are proud to have Rachel's parents, Dr. John Silver and Mrs. Brenda Silver, join us for our graduation ceremony. Through their generosity, the Rachel Silver Scholarship was established to help support one medical student each year who exemplifies Rachel's passion for serving others. In remembrance, Rachel's seat is adorned with her graduation regalia, flowers, graduation program, and a copy of the Class of 2021 Accolades book, which features a special tribute to Rachel and her beautiful life. Would you please join me in a moment of silence to remember Rachel Helen Silver in your thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Dr. and Mrs. Silver, for being here with us today. So as you celebrate today, and celebrate you should, please take the time to reflect, to remember, and to give thanks to all of those who loved, supported, and helped you on this journey. To the dedicated and caring QSOM staff and faculty who helped prepare you to become exceptional, highly trained, and compassionate physicians, healthcare providers, and researchers. To the patients who allowed you into their lives, sometimes at their most vulnerable moments, and trusted you as a student with their health and the health of their loved ones. They are and always will be your greatest teachers. And above all, to your parents, spouses, children, siblings, grandparents, and your other family members, friends, and cheerleaders for everything they have done to help make this day, this special day, possible. Our parents and our families instill in us the importance of our values of kindness, hard work, dedication, and persistence. They encourage us when we succeed, and they encourage us more when we do not. Without question, they are the foundation on which we build all of our achievements. So graduates, if you don't mind, please stand up, face your families, and give them a huge round of applause and thanks for their love, tireless support, and all they've done. Thank you so much, and thank you families and friends and loved ones and cheerleaders, sometimes all of the above. So, okay, I clearly have gone above my allotted time, but before I move on, I want to extend some thanks to everyone here who helped make this ceremony possible. There were so many people I could never thank them all, but to the maintenance staff who helped set this up, to our security team who is here, our security staff who are here, to law enforcement and our EMS providers, to all the university staff who have helped make this possible, the university administration, QSOM faculty, I could go on. I want to give a special thanks as well to Jennifer Odell, our Executive Director of Student Affairs, and all the staff members who worked so hard to plan this special event for you all, many of who are here today to help make this ceremony run the way we know it will and be a special day. Thank you all so much. Now, it is my great privilege to welcome Chancellor Wallace to the podium to provide greetings and our prayer of invocation. Dr. Wallace.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Powers, for the privilege of greeting this special gathering. I'm so happy to share this day with you all. This is the 5th graduating class, and it is the 11th year of Campbell University. You're more familiar with the 2 buildings that are on the medical school campus. They were erected during 11 years. We recruited our first class. We became accredited, and now you are the class of 2021 and the 5th graduating class. Each one was distinctive and different, and I doubt that any will be more distinctive and different than yours, and you'll hear a lot about that today. There's an Old Testament passage of greeting that goes like this. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today, with family and friends and faculty and others, I hope you will rejoice in what you see. Isn't this a beautiful sight that we're looking on today on this football field? It's more victorious than some of the days that we have had on this football field, and we're grateful for that. During this day that God has made, we hope that you will hear something that will inspire you and would cause you to want to be a more helpful and loving person in whatever walk of life you have. We hope that you will taste something good today, and I suggest ice cream. Surely, that's a sense that has to be satisfied today. Ice cream is my favorite. I hope you'll take time to see a Campbell flower and look at it and hold it up and smell it, and you'll remember that. But above all else, I hope you will feel deeply in your heart how good God has been to all of us, how he has been with us to direct our ways and to bless us in unique ways. Yes, this is the day the Lord has made, and let us be glad in it with the suggestions I've made. Now, let me have a word of prayer for our graduates. Creator of the universe and all that breathes, thank you for the gift of life and for knitting us together in our mother's womb. We thank you for guiding, sustaining, and forgiving us, and for loving us with an everlasting love that knows no boundaries. We thank you today for these graduates. You knew them before they were born. You poured your spirit into their inner being. You know their names, and if you want to, you know the number of hairs on their head. Bless them with your favor. O Lord, direct them in their way. Enrich their lives by the practice of medicine, and nurture their hearts with experiences of servant love. We pray to you today in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Wallace. I know he knows how many hairs are on my head, sir. He doesn't have to count very high, so hopefully the wind today doesn't mess up my hair. So next, greetings will be extended by Mr. Benjamin J. Thompson, Chairman of the Campbell University Board of Trustees, followed by Dr. J. Bradley Creed, President of Campbell University.
Good morning. Graduates, distinguished guests, family members, and friends. On behalf of the Campbell University Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. This is indeed a wonderful day that we can be together and to celebrate this achievement by our graduates. Dr. Powers, I have to tell you that one of my life's dreams was to run out on the football field and going underneath the goalpost. Well, I didn't get to run this morning, but I certainly came out of the field house under the goalpost, so I partially achieved one of my life's goals. To the members of the graduating class, we celebrate this day with you and recognize that this is a moment in time which is a culmination of years of hard work. While it's been many years since I sat in a graduation ceremony as a student, I can still remember the excitement and a little bit of nervousness as I thought about the moment and, more importantly, what I was going to do next. For you graduates, this is indeed a day of celebration, and most likely a sense of relief. As you say to yourself, I finally made it, I know you will want to think about what you've had to overcome during this journey. Perhaps the understatement of the day is the COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact on nearly every aspect of our lives for the last 14 months. Most certainly, this pandemic affected your educational experiences in ways that we cannot even imagine or understand. Be assured that we appreciate deeply both your flexibility and resilience as the administration, faculty, and staff have worked together with our Board of Trustees to ensure as best that we could the safest campus and the greatest possible learning experience. As we charted this unknown course together, thank you for your patience and persistence leading up to this grand occasion, the completion of your work and your graduation. As you celebrate today this wonderful achievement, never forget those family members and loved ones who not only helped you make your education possible for you, but also have provided love and support during your educational journey, and especially during these difficult times. Graduates, you indeed have been at Campbell during some challenging times. The mere fact that we are here today in person for this graduation is a triumph over what at times seems to be insurmountable challenges. I remember so clearly our virtual graduation last year when there were 4 of us on the stage and we were speaking to an empty audience. The fact that we are here today in this venue to honor our graduates is indeed a reason for hope and celebration. Graduates, we are confident that you have been prepared for your life's work, and the experiences that you have had here at Campbell have had a positive influence on your life and for the rest of your life. You now join the ranks of thousands of others who have graduated here and gone out into the world to make their mark. Never forget where you came from. Campbell has served you well, and as you join the circle of alumni, we are confident that you will also serve Campbell and make us all Campbell proud. Again, we congratulate you on this wonderful achievement and wish you Godspeed. Thank you.
Good morning, graduates and friends and family who have joined you here today. The last time Campbell had an outdoor graduation was in 2007 on the academic circle. I've been doing graduation ceremonies for almost 30 years, but the last outdoor graduation ceremony I attended was when I graduated from high school, when Gerald Ford had been the president for 9 months and disco was starting to make its way over the radio waves. So this is a memorable day for me, and I know it will be for you. Not because we are outside in Barker Lane Stadium, but because this is a day that you've hoped, you've planned, you've dreamed for such a very long time. As Dr. Wallace reminded us, this is the day the Lord has made. It is a very good day. We will rejoice in it. This is a day you will remember. But to be honest, this last year is one that we would like to put behind us. There's not much redeemable about it, except knowing that we've become stronger and more resilient. In some ways, we have instantiated the Latin motto of our great university, ad astra per aspera, to the stars through difficulty. But I would say for you medical graduates, this year has an added bonus within it. You've had a front row seat, and your attention has been arrested in ways it would not have been otherwise when you studied immunology, epidemiology, infectious diseases, public health, comorbidities, the list goes on. This has accentuated your learning, and as you look back, you will remember this as a time when history was made. What has happened to us is what we read about in history books. But we will continue to learn from this year. And most importantly, you leave here with what you've learned to apply your knowledge and to use your skills to provide services that are needed to people and to add to the common good and to contribute to human flourishing. So we are excited about the days ahead for you and all the wonderful things you will do. I look at you medical students, and you really have gone down a road less traveled. There are not many people who can do this. You know how competitive it is to get into medical school and how persistent you have to be to finish. So I want you to think about the very difficult road that you've traveled. Not only is it a road less traveled, but it is a road that was extended. Because you liked school so much, you kept going and learning. And you know it's not over with yet. But for professionals, you never cease to be a lifelong learner. And we hope that the skills in learning that you developed here, in addition to the very professional medical skills, will serve you well as you represent Campbell and as you do what God has called you to do. So in a few minutes, I will have the honor of conferring upon you the degree that you have rightfully earned. And then you're on your way to other things in service in your profession. I have confidence as I confer that degree today that you've received the very best education and you are prepared to practice your profession. In fact, if I needed a medical doctor, and I hope I don't need one today, I would trust my care to you. So today we don't say goodbye, but we say you will always be a child of this, your alma mater, your great nourishing mother. And I look forward to welcoming you home often. Congratulations, class of 2021. We can't wait to see where you go and what you will do next.
Thank you so much, Dr. Creed, Mr. Thompson, and again, Chancellor Wallace, for your invocation. Next, words cannot overstate how happy I am to invite our next speaker, Dr. Brian Kessler, to the podium. Dr. Kessler is just 6 days into his tenure as our new dean, but we've been proud to call him a member of the CUSOM family since the school's founding. Dr. Kessler served as CUSOM's inaugural Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs from 2011 to 2016, when he departed to pursue an exciting opportunity to serve as the Vice President and Dean at the DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine at Lincoln Memorial University. During his tenure as Dean at DeBusk College, Dr. Kessler helped propel the university through a period of significant and highly successful growth, helping to launch a branch campus in Knoxville, Tennessee, and develop the school's occupational therapy and physical therapy programs, and expand its PA program. Dr. Kessler's strong ties to CUSOM and our mission, along with his knowledge, skills, and invaluable experience, made him the clear choice when selecting CUSOM's dean. We are all so happy to welcome him home. Dr. Kessler.
Thank you, Dr. Powers. Good morning, everyone. It's truly a spectacular sight to see the class of 2021 in Buies Creek. First, I need to extend my apologies to all of you because I've not seen you through this journey, but it's just a wonderful opportunity to see you on a new chapter. I hope you're relaxed, recharged, and ready to start the next chapter in your life. It's an honor and privilege to serve as your new dean. I've been here about 4 days on ground and cannot think of a better way to start a new chapter in my life's book than being with all of you here today. All signs point to another phenomenal graduation ceremony. Our devoted staff has spent tremendous efforts in making your graduation a special day. A great deal of effort and thought has gone into the planning of this event. To our graduates, thank you so much for being positive and remaining steadfast. We appreciate your flexibility during these ever-changing times. To our distinguished guests, we appreciate you being here. And to our honorees, congratulations for achieving excellence. Thank you to our faculty and staff. I'm encouraged by your insight and devotion. Your mentorship and continued encouragement of our students has not gone unseen. Most importantly, I want to acknowledge our future fellow physicians and graduates. Kudos on your accomplishments. Your success is our success. for you have been given the ability to flourish, and we know you can achieve excellence. You will go on to accomplish great things and make tremendous differences in many individuals' lives. For that, we are and will always be grateful. Some lasting comments as you move on to the next chapter of your life journey. You are now given the responsibility to change the world. Always remain honest and work with others to move medicine forward in a positive light. Continue to excel through dedication to your education while focusing on mindfulness, service to others, humility, and a pursuit of quality. You have now been allowed to define medical excellence in a time to outshine others. Thank you for your perseverance, your dedication during your time at CUSOM. I encourage each of you to be mentors to those that come after you and remain positive in our profession. I look forward to seeing your accomplishments throughout your careers. I ask you to care for yourself and your family members with love and kindness. Show those closest to you with the same devotion you give to your patients and your profession. Be patient and compassionate with yourself, and remember that a journey of the physician is a marathon and not a sprint. Learn and improve each day, and rest and refresh each day as well. I wish everyone good luck and Godspeed as you step into your next great adventure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kessler. All right, now it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, retired Colonel, U.S. Army, Dr. Kevin O'Connor, D.O. Dr. O'Connor is commissioned as Physician to the President, personally selected by Joseph Biden, 46th President of the United States. In this capacity, he provides primary care for the President and First Family and is responsible for the medical planning and emergency actions in support of the President at home, domestically, and abroad. And we thought we had a stressful job. He served as a White House physician starting in 2006 over several administrations, providing contingency planning and medical coverage for the President and Vice President. In February 2009, Dr. O'Connor was appointed physician to the Vice President and was retained in that position for Vice President Biden's entire 8-year term. Dr. O'Connor completed his Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degree from the New York College of Osteopathic Medicine in 1992 and his family medicine residency training at Mountainside Hospital in Montclair, New Jersey, where he was named chief resident in 1995. He graduated from the U.S. Army Command and General Staff College in 2003 and the U.S. Army Advanced Operational Warfighter Course in 2004. And in 2010, he was designated Master Flight Surgeon. In addition, Dr. O'Connor served numerous tours of duty with the 82nd Airborne Division, the 75th Ranger Regiment, and the U.S. Army Special Operations Command, and he was deployed on combat rotations to support classified missions in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Bosnia. In 2017, after 22 years of service, Dr. O'Connor retired as colonel from his distinguished service with the U.S. Army. I spoke to Dr. O'Connor many times over the last several weeks, and he truly wanted to be here today to deliver his address in person. Unfortunately, or fortunately, he is actually hooding one of his former Army medics at another medical school graduation ceremony right now. And I know that's incredibly special for him and the medic he's hooding. He was kind enough, however, to record this video message for you all. So I'm hoping you will sit back and just enjoy Dr. O'Connor's message and wonderful words of advice.
President Creed, Provost Hammond, Chancellor Wallace, namesake of this very school, Chairman Thompson, Dean Powers, Dean Kessler, other deans, chairs, faculty, staff, family, friends, and graduates of the Campbell University Jerry M. Wallace School of Osteopathic Medicine, class of 2021. Welcome. It is a genuinely tremendous honor to be invited to address you as your distinguished commencement speaker. I intend to follow FDR's 3 B's of effective speeches. Be sincere, be brief, and be seated. Well, I ran through this morning as a clean 52-54 minute. Kidding. You see, a commencement is, of course, about the graduates. And I'm going to be talking to you. But one of the things that I want to talk to you about is them. All right, because today is the realization of dreams that they might have actually had before you even had them yourselves. It may be the realization of incredible sacrifices, some of which you may never be made aware of. Many of these people fed you when you were hungry, cheered for you when you accomplished something, comforted you when you failed, stood by you when you felt betrayal for the first time. These are the people who love you more than you can imagine. We have mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, grandparents, aunts, uncles, spouses, significant others, dinner dates, swipe rights, and they're all incredibly proud of you. So by the powers vested in me by, well, absolutely nobody, I hereby decree that all relatives in attendance at today's ceremony, and even those of you who are watching on the computer, regardless of gender, creed, ethnicity, or faith structure, are, for a period not to exceed 8 hours, given an honorary status as a proud mother. I give you permission, no matter what your graduate says, to say, my son, my daughter, the doctor, but only for 8 hours, then never do that again. Anyway, what's about to happen today is that you're going to take a walk across this stage, receive your diploma, shake a few hands, maybe fist bump, get hooded, and then chop, chop. We have a lot of people to get through, right? But don't chop, chop too quickly, because unlike many ceremonial walks, this one actually changes who you are, for real. It's not like the other walks. You hit the floor upon leaving stage right, and you are a doctor. Okay, you will be addressed differently for the rest of your lives and into perpetuity, both formally and informally. To all my soldiers and my non-medical friends, since 1992, I've been referred to simply as Doc. It occurs to me now that I've now been known as Doc for more years than I was known as Kevin. Pretty much nobody outside my family or childhood friends calls me Kevin. Today, literally, and yes, that is the correct use of the word, changes who you are. One of the GW graduates a few years ago, Dr. Gates and Merriman, put it something like this. You see, about 5 years ago, you were walking along, minding your own business, when this guy came along and he said, hey, you want to buy a coat? And you said, I don't know, I already have a coat. But he said, but this coat is magical. It will make you able to help people, to stomp out disease and pestilence. And look how gleamingly white it is. So you said, I don't know. How much? He explained, well, it depends, about $226,000 if you don't go in for a room and board, about closer to $330,000 if you take the whole package. And you simply had to have it. In fact, 3,863 students submitted applications for the 160 or so seats that you're sitting in right now. Any family members bursting with pride yet? And so you got here, and at your white coat ceremony, you put on that short coat for the first time, and then you dutifully added a mandatory accessory, a brand new stethoscope, deliberately but casually donned around the neck, just so you were coiled, ready at a moment's notice to auscultate. And then 4 years of misery ensued, and here you are. Of course, all the people up on the stage sitting there laughing because they're all thinking, okay, slugger, now you're done with the easy part. Yeah, it gets harder, but feel good today, right? There aren't many days whereby I ever recommend looking backwards, but today is one of them, so enjoy. So going forward, remember, none of us will accomplish anything without many other members of a team. Furiously resist any temptation to fall into a silo. Avoid stovepipes at all costs, especially between specialties, or risk finding yourself to be obsolete. attended a grand rounds at GW, which was given by a fascinating neurosurgeon. He's a childhood refugee from Afghanistan who explained how he spent 7 years learning the best ways to surgically clip intracranial aneurysms, only to learn that the endovascular coiling procedures that the interventional neuroradiologists were doing are sometimes a far better choice. Now, rather than to bristle at the thought of competition, Dr. Aziz Sultan kept his eye on the prize, favorable patient outcomes, and assembled an interdisciplinary, interprofessional, patient-centered team up at Harvard Brigham Women's Hospital. So don't self-identify as an orthopedic surgeon or as an ophthalmologist or as a gynecologist or an internist or a dermatologist or a family doctor, et cetera. Self-identify as a doctor. Okay, self-identify as a patient advocate. Nobody flies solo now more than ever. Where your individually matters is how you will add value to a team and what the price is of doing business with you. It all comes down to your brand. And you're building your brand every day. You see, a lot of young people spend a great deal of time planning or dreaming of the man or woman that they're going to someday become. Now, while there's nothing inherently wrong with doing that, it is a tremendous mistake to do so while failing to develop who you are today. Think about it. The thing about great men or women is that in retrospect, they were great young men or young women. Now, it isn't natural to think this way, but you only get one chance to be 18 or 25 or 48. There's no reverse. The way you behave, the choices you make, the priorities you pursue, all those things sewn together become the quilt of your brand. People want to know what they're buying or investing in plans, and some days are great, but you're building your brand right now. So my final charge to you is a very simple one. The one thing to remember from this talk, if nothing else touched you, I want you to always remember that I came to Barker Lane Stadium today and I stood there in front of God and many of your loved ones and asked you to do one thing for me. Be a good doctor. Now you're thinking, heck, I'm going to be a great doctor. But that's not what I mean. To be a good doctor is different than being a skilled doctor. Now hopefully you'll be both, but good is more important. You will be taught to be skilled in your residencies. You were taught to be good by the people in this stadium and in front of those computers today. The things that make you good are the intangibles. I guarantee you that in your training thus far, you've already seen examples of good and less good doctors. Okay, good doctors make eye contact. Good doctors are active listeners. Good doctors truly empathize and take on small portions of their patient's suffering themselves. Not so much that they're incapacitated, but enough to be affected. Good doctors never seem rushed, even if they are. Now, not many people will tell you this, but I will. Good doctors genuinely love their patients. They love them with abandon. Don't be afraid to love your patients. Certainly, don't be afraid to hug your patients. That very well might be the only hug in that person's life. How good would a hug feel to someone who hasn't been hugged in decades? Yeah, now we're told, don't get too close. I reject that premise. Too close is only too close if it is closer than the patient wants you to be. And most patients actually want you to care for them as if they were family. So that's what I leave you with. That's it. Love your patients with abandon. Make yourselves available to them physically and emotionally. Collaborate with every single member of the patient care team because we all have different strengths and capabilities to contribute. Be your brothers and sisters' keepers if you see a colleague getting into trouble with drinking or drugs or other unhealthy life choices. And most importantly for today, don't ever, ever forget the names that are written in the invisible ink on these diplomas. Those are the names of the incredible faculty members, the residents, fellows, nurses, other colleagues you learned from, and the names of the administrative, academic, and environmental services staff who maintained a warm and nurturing facility in which you could learn, the name of the parking attendant who brought a smile to your face, and finally, the names of the patients who allowed you to learn by participating in their care. Always, always remember your patients, because without them, you're just a sucker with a really expensive coat. Thank you very much for your kind attention. God bless America, and God protect our troops.
What a wonderful message. And It's amazing to me to see someone so accomplished. I mean, makes me go, God, what did I do with my life? You know, someone so accomplished who could get up here and talk about all his accomplishments, and he doesn't. He's so humble. And you can tell he's a DO, and I mean that in his approach to, his advice to you about how to approach patient care. He talks still about the power of touch, and we talk about that all the time in osteopathic medicine. He talks about genuinely caring about your patients and listening to your patients. I thought it was a great presentation. So, now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, I am very excited to welcome President Creed and Provost Hammond as they come forward for the presentation of candidates in the Conferral of Degrees for our master's and doctoral candidates. Following the Conferral of Degrees, Dr. Amy Hinkleman, Assistant Academic Officer of the Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences degree program, will come forward to announce our MSBS program graduates. I think that's it.
It is now time for the Conferral of Degrees. I begin with a few reminders. First, the degrees for those persons whose names are listed in the program and not called will be granted in absentia. Second, the tradition of Campbell University is for the family and friends of each graduate to stand as the graduate is receiving his or her degree. Third, to honor the significance of the occasion and out of respect for both graduates and guests, we request appropriate behavior throughout the ceremony. This year, however, given our outdoor venue, please feel free to applaud loudly to acknowledge your graduate and when their name is announced. And now the moment you've been waiting for. Will all candidates for the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences and all candidates for the degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine please stand now? At this time, President J. Bradley Creed will confer upon you the degrees as presented in the graduation program. You will then present yourself by the appropriate degrees as you are recognized. Dr. Creed, upon the recommendation of the Dean and faculty of the Campbell University Jerry M. School of Osteopathic Medicine, and the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost of the University, we hereby present the candidates for the degrees as presented in the graduation program.
Thank you, Dr. Hammond. And upon the recommendation of the Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, and the Dean and faculty of the Campbell University Jerry M. Wallace School of Osteopathic Medicine, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences or the degree of Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine as presented in the graduation program with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, and please be seated.
Will the graduates with the degree Master of Science in Biomedical Science please stand and come forward to be hooded and receive your diploma? Graduates will be hooded by Dr. Robert Terryberry, Academic Officer for the Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences program, and Associate Dean for Biomedical Affairs. All graduates' names will be announced, whether participating in person or virtually. Thank you. Sarah Kate Ainsley, magna cum laude. Brittany Golden Apple. Ariana Draven Bass, cum laude. Lenny Vanessa Bernardo. Derica Deshelle Bird. Lucas Paul Capito. Alexandra Icasiano de la Cruz, magna cum laude. Ebony Gadsden, cum laude. Kyla Jones. Madeline Elaine McIntosh. Alexandra Delise Miranda. Alexandra Kingsbury Malka. Judy Nguyen, magna cum laude. Frank Afori Otto. Pooja Bhavesh Patel, magna cum laude. Sharam Serrano Camacho. Daniel Robert Van Royen. Spencer A. Winspear, summa cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause as we congratulate these graduates. Dr. Michael Mahalik, Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, will now come forward to acknowledge our Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine degree graduates. Thank you.
Good morning. It's great to see all of you again. It's been a long time. Will the graduates with the degree Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine please stand and come forward to be hooded and receive your diploma? Please stand. All graduates being hooded today will have completed their degree requirements on or before June 30th and will be introduced for the first time as doctor at today's ceremony. Names will be announced today by Dr. David Tolentino, Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs, and Dr. Victoria Caprillion, Associate Dean for Faculty Development and Medical Education. Dr. Tolentino will now come forward to announce the first group of graduates.
Please be seated. So this morning, graduates will be hooded by Dr. James Powers, Associate Dean for Clinical Integration, and Dr. Robert Terryberry, Associate Dean for Biomedical Affairs. As Dr. Mahalik mentioned, all graduates' names will be announced whether participating in person or virtually. I've referred to y'all as student doctor since you've gotten here. You have no idea how excited I am to call you a doctor today. So let's begin. Dr. Ariane Abreu, magna cum laude. Dr. Soumya Reddy Adam, cum laude. Dr. Irfan Simon Ali, cum laude. Dr. Ashley Alsbrook, cum laude. Dr. Tariq Amala, magna cum laude. Dr. Giuseppina Andraus, cum laude. Dr. Anna Maria Balta, cum laude. Dr. Autumn Nicole Bass, magna cum laude. Dr. Macelyn Elizabeth Batten, magna cum laude. Dr. Ryan D. Beal, magna cum laude. Dr. Poana Benham, cum laude. Dr. Sarah Bizzle, cum laude. Dr. John Lawson Botts, cum laude. Dr. Melissa Boucher, cum laude. Dr. Brittany Charnice Brown, magna cum laude. Dr. Cody Austin Brown, cum laude. Dr. Adam Bruderick, cum laude. Dr. Elizabeth Campbell, magna cum laude. Dr. Brian Paulo Lopez Ganlas. Dr. Florian Capobianco III, cum laude. Dr. Kevin Dalton Chambers, magna cum laude. Dr. Alice Chang, cum laude. Dr. Rahman Chaudhry. Dr. Stephanie So-Wai Cheng, magna cum laude. Dr. Peter Choi, cum laude. Dr. Nicole Isabel Sillis, summa cum laude. Dr. Campbell Connell, cum laude. Dr. Adrienne Elise Corsi, magna cum laude. Dr. Bethany Nicole Croyle, magna cum laude. Dr. Meredith Culbertson, cum laude. Dr. Abigail Cunningham, cum laude. Dr. Evan Nandang, cum laude. Dr. Johnny Van Dang, magna cum laude. Dr. Rosina Darden, cum laude. Dr. Cameron Wayne Davis, cum laude. Dr. Anna Marie DePrenger, summa cum laude. Dr. Shana DeSando, cum laude. Dr. Erica Dobbs, cum laude. Dr. Bradley Kevin Dorius, magna cum laude. Dr. Frances Elena Dowling, magna cum laude. Dr. Christopher Robert Doxey, cum laude. Dr. Bailey Jane Dunn, magna cum laude. Dr. Michael Gerald Edwards III. Dr. Zach Edwards, cum laude. Dr. Dara Fazelnia, cum laude. Dr. Jace R. Felix, cum laude. Dr. Stephen Max Fisher. Dr. Zachary Lee Fleming, magna cum laude. Dr. Kaylee Marie Flint, magna cum laude. Dr. Augustus Floyd, cum laude. Dr. Kyle Anthony Fretta, cum laude. Dr. Gabrielle Gallagher, cum laude. Dr. Hunter Ryan Gallagly, cum laude. Dr. Brian Galani, cum laude. Dr. Shayna Mari Gordon, summa cum laude. Dr. Brian Andrew Gottwalt, cum laude. Dr. Saravia Gurichetti, cum laude. Dr. Logan Samuel Greenberg, cum laude. Dr. Emily Handyside, cum laude. Dr. Angela Grace Hansen, cum laude. Dr. Meredith Jane Holt, magna cum laude. Dr. John Alexander Horton, magna cum laude. Dr. Annette Hugh, magna cum laude. Dr. Hamad Huda. Dr. Rebecca Huang, cum laude. Dr. Jordan Olivia Jackson, magna cum laude. Dr. Michael Jepson, cum laude. Dr. Amelia Doran Johnston, magna cum laude. Dr. Jessica Swan Jones. Dr. Matthew Kazala, cum laude. Dr. Daniel Sungyeop Kim, magna cum laude. Dr. Ji-hoon Kim, magna cum laude. Dr. Une Ko, cum laude. Dr. Rishi Kumar.
Dr. Tushar Kumar. Dr. Kristen Michelle Landy, cum laude. Dr. Emily Renee Langston, magna cum laude. Dr. Michael J. Lee. Dr. Tony Lee, summa cum laude. Dr. Ina Lico, magna cum laude. Dr. Henry Linford. Dr. Amanda Taylor Locklear, cum laude. Dr. Bogdan Luchkevich. Dr. Anthony Lucido, magna cum laude. Dr. Brianna Lum, magna cum laude. Dr. Tanner Dixon Mabry, magna cum laude. Dr. Anthony D. Macy. Dr. John Azet Massoud, magna cum laude. Dr. John McGill. Dr. Katrina Janelle McGlone, magna cum laude. Dr. Kyle McKinley. Dr. Matthew Wade McMullen, cum laude. Dr. Joseph Christopher McNamara, magna cum laude. Dr. Daniel Edward Michnick, cum laude. Dr. Mackenzie Montana, cum laude. Dr. Gualberto Barbarais Morco VI. Dr. Claire Bauer Morley, magna cum laude. Dr. Erind Muko, cum laude. Dr. Ashley Marie Murphy Shaw, magna cum laude. Dr. Tibor Ramanelli Nagy, cum laude. Dr. Ali Tariq Nasreddin, magna cum laude. Dr. Kevin Q. Wen, cum laude. Dr. Lisa Wen, cum laude. Dr. James Foster Nunn, cum laude. Dr. Reina Guadalupe Osario, cum laude. Dr. Hangame Barskar Pager, magna cum laude. Dr. Zoe N. Pascual, cum laude. Dr. John Tucker Peabody, magna cum laude. Dr. Andrew Christopher Perry, summa cum laude. Dr. John Owen Peterson, cum laude. Dr. Robert Logan Phillips, magna cum laude. Dr. Caitlin Silver Porter, cum laude. Dr. Yanis Protopapadakis, cum laude. Dr. Amanda Martini Puleo, cum laude. Dr. Nicholas Puleo, magna cum laude. Dr. Christian Jarrett Pulliam, magna cum laude. Dr. Dominic Sanders Pudala, magna cum laude. Dr. Upavan Kaur Rai, magna cum laude. Dr. Rachel Branson, magna cum laude. Dr. William Rathel Jr., cum laude. Dr. Genevieve Mariah Rebon, magna cum laude. Dr. Gisele Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Dr. Samantha Potter Rowlands, cum laude. Dr. Mary Elizabeth Schmidt, cum laude. Dr. Jared Schrock. Dr. Sadia Wahid Saharin, magna cum laude. Dr. Angelo Nishan Senivratna. Dr. Genti Shatri, cum laude. Dr. Robert J. Shabiro, magna cum laude. Dr. Renee Simons. Dr. Anmol Singh. Dr. Gurdeep Singh, magna cum laude. Dr. Lauren Marie Smith.
All right, guys, this is me.
Dr. Adim Tahra. Dr. Harsh Tarala, magna cum laude. Dr. Sarah Thompson, cum laude. Dr. Georgiana Tsumas, magna cum laude. Dr. Priya Vasudeva, cum laude. Dr. Haley Renee Verity, cum laude. Dr. Dylan Winters, magna cum laude. Dr. Jeffrey Wood, cum laude. Dr. Ashley Kristen Woodrow, magna cum laude. Dr. Vania Wu, cum laude. Dr. Ji-Sun E, magna cum laude. Dr. Claire Couch Young, cum laude. Dr. Richard Young, cum laude. And Dr. Corey Allen Zastro. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Sorry. Well, I was going to say, please join us in a round of applause for our graduates, but I think we did that. So now I'm going to invite Dr. Kessler back to the podium to lead our graduates of the Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine program and any osteopathic physicians here in attendance in the recitation of the osteopathic oath.
The oath is found in your program. Will all Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine graduates in the class of 2021 and all osteopathic physicians present in the audience please rise and join me as we recite the osteopathic oath in unison. I do hereby affirm my loyalty to the profession I am about to enter. I will be mindful always of my great responsibility to preserve the health and the life of my patients, to retain their confidence and respect both as a physician and a friend who will guard their secrets with scrupulous honor and fidelity, to perform faithfully my professional duties, to employ only those recognized methods of treatment consistent with good judgment and with my skill and ability, keeping in mind always nature's laws and the body's inherent capacity for recovery. I will be ever vigilant in aiding in the general welfare of the community, sustaining its laws and institutions, not engaging in those practices which in any way bring shame or discredit upon myself or my profession. I will give no drugs for deadly purposes to any person, though it may be asked of me. I will endeavor to work in my accord with my colleagues in a spirit of progressive cooperation and never by word or by act cast imputations upon them in their rightful practices. I will look with respect and esteem upon all those who have taught me my art. To my college, I will be loyal and strive always for its best interests and for the interests of the students who will come after me. I will be ever alert to further the application of the basic biologic truths to the healing arts and to develop the principles of osteopathy which were first enunciated by Andrew Taylor Still. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kessler. Okay, I guess you can be seated. Unless you want to stand. No? Okay. All right, well, we are almost done. Before I turn it over to Dr. Hammond to take us home here, I just want to say one more time, congratulations. Thank you for all you've done. You've brought us all such special memories, and we hope you will come back and visit us often. And good luck in the next stage of your career and your training. You are going to do an amazing job. We're so proud of you. All right, Dr. Hammond, would you please join us once again to offer some closing remarks in our benediction?
It doesn't get much better than this, folks. Congratulations, biomedical scientists. Congratulations, doctors. While you are now at the conclusion of your degree, your journey is far from complete. You are, more correctly, just getting started. As you leave this small village in Harnett County, please remember us. You can be absolutely certain that we will remember you. Come back to see us. Come back to Campbell, your alma mater. You have become family, both figuratively and literally. Keep us informed of your accomplishments through your residencies, your scientific studies, your fellowships, and your continued development as a physician or scientist. We're incredibly proud of you for what you have done to lift up our mission while a student here, to pursue a life to help those in need, to pursue a life to help the underserved. Rest assured that we're cheering you on. We pray for you every day, for your continued success in your profession, and very importantly, in your lives. Class of 2021, congratulations. If you will, please now, everyone stand and remain standing until you're notified otherwise. And if you will, please, bow your heads as I offer this prayer of benediction. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. May God be with you until we meet again. Amen.
Thank you for coming to our ceremony today. Please remain standing as the University Mace exits the platform.